Hey guys, so I haven't played this yet. It was just sort of sitting on my library, and I wanted to give it a shot. I wanted to just chill and try it out here.
Stars, I hope you're watching over me from up there. I believe you can hear me. I'm a dwarf, one of your sons. I dwell in the caves, those same ones that you warm with your lifestones. We call them stars. The stars lit our homes for ages. Beams from the Red Star unify the strongest of our clan, who endlessly mine ore to forge the best weapons and tools for all the kingdoms. The Yellow Star lights the engineer's creation, a huge drill city, an enormous machine which never stands still. Under the Blue Star, the disciples gather and protect the ancient, secret knowledge, performing spiritual practices. However, the stars almost went out. Our kin will fall into darkness soon, which means we are on the brink of extinction. And so, 3 dwarf kingdoms united to save us all. The state rulers chose the very best of the dwarves to journey on a dangerous mission to find a place where we could start life anew, another star. But the journey went terribly wrong. We faced horrible obstacles in the depths of the world and nearly fell to our deaths.
Okay, that's a pretty interesting start to the story. The spaceship was caught in a trap going through the unknown. What looked like a saving beam of light in the darkness, in fact, concealed a danger. We ran into an unknown object. A huge wave of released energy ripped the circumstellar space. This is pretty cool. The unknown object burst into shining pieces, twisting the huge rocks into gravitational vortex. Time has stopped for a moment. A bright flash, emptiness underfoot. Okay. Pretty interesting so far. Okay. Oh, I click. Okay. Exploration points. Exploration points help to gain information about surrounding objects. Some points could be found on the level, and others will often appear after you kill some enemies. Okay. So that's helpful to know. Oh, the terrain's pretty cool. Okay. So that's like, you know, like MGS or something. You know, like Metal Gear or something. Wait, I'm trying to walk. There we go. I don't know why I was doing that. 1 second. Oh, so I can just click them. Okay. Okay. Well, that's pretty handy. Hopefully, what the heck was that? Okay. This is pretty cool so far. Sorry. I turned that way up. I'm sorry. Turn that way up. It was pretty cool so far, though. Okay. Yeah, like, basically, every day that I start this, my volume is different, where, like, there's, like, more sensitivity added and something is broken about this software. So, like, that's why, like, this has been a new challenge each day. Like, essentially, they're just affecting the sensitivity of those sliders, so you just move them slightly and it just goes way up or way down. There's no... That's why that's happening. And that's why it would never happen way back either. They just get compliments on my sound. Oh, snap. There we go. Okay, so that's it's pretty easy to die. Okay. Okay. I remember I said somebody came on here screwing a lot of stuff up for me over the years. So
Great. This is a stone of life.
that's one of them.
It can be used whenever I
breaking
need
stuff.
to restore vitality.
Alright, cool. Well, that's good to know. I'm sure there's probably like an autosave too, right? Probably. Okay. Oh, he is really hitting me. This is pretty cool. I was a little worried at first it was going to be like not that I mind turn-based, but that's just not what I was looking for with this, and it's not. Pretty cool. It is definitely real time. Oh, this is actually pretty cool so far. Hello.
And interesting.
Hello. Can you hear me okay? Everyone can hear me okay?
Piece
Thanks
of
for watching.
flora. I need to inspect it. Damn, this shellfish attracted enemies' attention.
What the heck? Shadow attack. Shadow attack. Oh, okay, because it wasn't selected. Okay. You have to like really get it selected. Well, I mean, oh, I can, oh, I didn't even, oh. Oh. Well, that's nice. That's really cool. It's just black. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Hello. How am I? I'm okay. I'm hanging in there. Ozzy Osbourne passed away. Felt like I actually lost a close, friend or something like that. But I'm okay. Where is that? Like, what is this? It says save because characters save, but is that actually? Oh, it says it right there. Okay, it's just really small. The UI. I wonder if I can make the UI bigger. Probably not. Yeah. It was the sort of thing where I just think, like, maybe people close to him knew, but, like, obviously, like, some of us thought, like, it would be at least a little more time than that, And it just, bam. But, I mean, that's Parkinson's, Fine, needs to get taken care of. So this is pretty cool. I don't think I have any yet though, right? Let's click something. Yeah, nothing happens. Okay. Okay. What is this? Oh, there's something. What the heck?
Anybody alive there? I repeat, anybody alive there?
Okay. So like this is like a crashed something, right? Hold on. What's this? Did I go up here? Hold on. Can I zoom? I can zoom. Oh, look at that. Oh, shit. Oh my god, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Oh my god. Ah! Oh. It still tells me to repair the spacesuit. Like, it still says that. That's weird. Maybe, does it say it every time you need to? No, it doesn't. I wonder what it's talking about. I'm actually not really sure, to be honest with you. But let's go through here. Is there like a small part of the story I missed or something? We can be tougher than steel, harder than stone, hotter than a fiery star, the willpower of a dwarf. And what can be stronger than a fire-hearted and stone-skinned dwarf? His drive and passion to achieve his goal. Okay. Oh, that's good to know. That sounds like fun.
This is Second speaking. Is anybody alive there?
Yeah, I like Black Ops. Black Ops is fun. I like a lot of Call of Duty games actually. I just don't usually stream it. I mean, how many people stream that stuff? No. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. Where are all my abilities? Oh, here we go. It's okay. So all my abilities are gone. Yeah, alright, I sort of accidentally, let me... Oh, it's the same thing. So you lose your abilities and start over? Oh my god. He's just gonna kill me again. What? I don't understand that. Or am I a different dwarf? I'm Smash Fist now. Is that the idea? You have like an axe. Wait, I have 2 axes? Okay. Is that... okay. They didn't really explain that, did they? Hold on, I want to see something. Can I? No, I can't go back. This does appear to be like just a crash site. Okay, so it's just switched dwarves, I guess. That's pretty interesting. I'm trying to see where I can go here, because I have no health. Like, this is a problem I actually have, is because I have no health. Okay. Alright, I just have to deal with it. What is this? What is this? What's that? Can't use it, so I don't know. Oh my gosh, go!
It's too
He walks
deep
so
there.
slow. Like how? I don't know. I already don't like this part. Not because it's not easy, just because... Why did I switch dwarves? Why do I have no abilities? Why is it not explaining any of this? Why do I have no health? Why am I immediately faced with an enemy that I can't attack unless I run around and go up the ramp past 2 other enemies and I'm just gonna get hit at a range? Like, there's no tactical way to do that. Okay, now I can do whatever this is. Actually, I can't. I just stood there pressing R over and over again for it not to do anything. What the heck? What is this? I literally just pressed R over and over again for it to not do anything. You know, I'm starting to wonder if, like I said, they screw around with my sound. I'm starting to wonder if, again, I told you guys they can run trackers through game, the game. Remember, I can't, they're breaking, basically, YouTube's sitting here breaking certain window capture features, so I can't, like, remember I said they fixed the window capture, but conveniently I can't capture my game in the window capture any longer. And that's something anybody can do that. That's ridiculous. Anybody knows that you can do that, so they're sitting here breaking it so that I have to say it. So that it further educates, like, this is why I keep saying that I know it's a streamer doing it. And I called out that streamer that used to be on here all the time, just like constantly stealing ideas, Ulrich the Firelord. That guy literally, he had a stream not even like a few months back, where I'm not making this up, he starts the stream staring at the ground at his feet. Seriously. He literally, it's very obvious, and like he started talking about Michael Does Life, getting all these views a while back and stuff like that, and then he has the audacity to just do a walking stream staring at his feet, like that guy does all the time. So like this guy, Ulrich the Firelord, I suspect that like somebody has some sort of weird crush on him or something like that, and they're helping him, like essentially they're, you know, like siphoning viewers to him and stuff, because that guy literally just steals content ideas. He doesn't have any original idea. Like, he spends time watching my old streams, copying. Like, I've watched him, how he like talks and holds himself. Like, this is why I'm paying attention to stuff. Like, that's why I was watching, because like it's very obvious to tell this guy like just sits on here copying everybody else's ideas. So this is why I talked about this stuff, is like, it's fine if you come on here and you have inspiration and stuff like that, and some people do, but this guy, man, like, everything that you do, he sits here and does it, and like, he doesn't have any original ideas of him. Even his setup always looked like mine, and stuff like that. Like, I sat here and worked at, like, a custom setup that fit for me and stuff like that. And then he, like, made his similar to mine, so I changed it up a bit, and he started doing things to change his, too. And then again, like all these other times where, like, it's just obvious that that guy was directly copying me, Michael Does Life. No, Life does life. He knows, I think he understands at this point that I don't have any beef or anything. It's just more some of his audience that comes in here causing problems for me because of how the dynamic of his channel is, but that's not his fault. So, like, I think we kind of have that understanding at this point because, again, we're just creators separately doing our own thing. And, you know, we had people that had viewers in each other's chats at one point. Like, that's all. Like, you know, like, it's obvious. But at the same time, it's not those people that are showing themselves, it's the people that are jealous that some of the popular chatty people were coming over here and stuff like that and chatting. That's why. It's that.
Second, we got some system of cascade swamps here. Huge roots everywhere. I think I can use them to get out of here.
Oh, thanks,
But my
Sled.
suit
I
is out of
appreciate that.
whack.
I mean, I'm not gonna give up on the first try, but
Try to find...
it was annoying. It was annoying. But, like, yeah, like, I just, it helps to state that, too, so that, like, there's a way to do difficulty that's fun, and there's a way to do it that's annoying. That was annoying. Like, there's really only, from what I can see, there's only, like, 1 or 2 possible ways to do that, unless you had more abilities, unless you had any other circumstance. So, like, you're limiting the scenario of how I can do that back here. Does that make sense? Like, I'm gonna actually go back and do it now, but, like, because I had no health, because I had no abilities, I was forced to simply make a beeline through there and get through it. The other alternative is to expertly try to figure out a way, you know, to go around that ramp and do the people first and somehow get through that expertly. I wasn't doing that. I'm not good at this yet. I wasn't doing that. And again, I had almost no health, so it's just not happening. So yeah, like, that's all I mean by annoying. I don't mean like the whole game is gonna be like this or anything like that. I'm just saying that part. That's all. Yeah, you ignore it. Yep. For sure. But like, that's the point. Like, I've had someone follow on this channel around that makes it so that you can't ignore them. And, you know, they cause technical problems. Like, it's just a pen tester screwing around with my channel. Like, that's all it is. Like, literally, we've proven here multiple times, like, many times, like, years in a row, for, like, years. All these things will break. That shouldn't break. Like, software and shit. Like, it always works. You know, like, that's not on me, that's on, you know, and you get what I'm saying, like, at a certain point, you know, when, like, something always works a certain way, and it never works, you're gonna start, you know, like, and it only happens when you're streaming, you're gonna start noticing those patterns, and it's, like, every stream, and it's every single little thing that you have. It's Elden Ring to the point that you have to buy a new copy of Elden Ring. It's you know, it's your entire Xbox Series X. You know, because you were streaming with that. It's you know, it starts to become other things that never had problems. You know, like things like that. You know. And you know, like, I always did talk good about that console and stuff like that because it did always work good before I streamed with it. Then it got hacked. So that's a pen tester. That's, you're hacking a console. That's a bit more than an Indian scammer sitting in a call center. I mean, yeah, that's bad too, but those guys can't do that. Those guys can't do anything without freaking any desk. ain't hacking a console. Anyway, this is really cool. I really like this terrain here. I like the enemies here. They remind me of like Zerg.
It seems like these creatures can move along the swamp, sir. It's too deep there.
The voice is pretty good.
It's too deep there.
if I would have a chat on the screen, like basically anytime I put a chat box on the screen, he's in here doxing people. He's like using people's real names and stuff, so that way I can't do anything to have any type of and it doesn't matter if I put, like, that's actually kind of what he wants. He wants me to put all these people's names in the unaccepted words and stuff like that, because that's the point. He already has that data. He can clearly see all that, and like that's the point. It's like a lot of this shit's through like browser windows.
It's too
and stuff.
deep there.
That's what you need to understand. Like, so he's just getting that data and then using that information. I'm forgetting I can do that. Okay, now it does say Smash Fist, and obviously like it's flames and stuff. How would I like? It said characters. How would I switch? I guess not. I guess it's not actually like characters. It's character. I still don't have any of whatever this is. I have this other type of used to repair damage, armor layers of spacesuits. Oh, okay, so alright. Let me just finish this objective and we'll see what we gotta do. It says gather
It's too
resources.
deep there.
Trying to head back this way. Gotta save here. Okay. Wonder if I can head this way. I know it's too deep here, but he's gonna complain, but...
It's too deep there. It's too deep there.
Oh, there's danger of drowning. Oh, okay. Well, that now I know. Now I know. Wait, I just saved and it says gather. So it doesn't actually save your objectives. I had 3 resources. Not 2. I know I did. I just saw it.
It's too deep there.
Ah, shut up.
This ability is not effective in Swamp.
I just wanted to try some of the abilities. So here's what I'll say. I wish there was...
I see a cave network on top of this route.
I wish there was
use it to move
some
forward.
sort of like auto fucking like attack, like where I could like target, like in Dark Souls or something, because clicking like it doesn't function properly. Like constantly I am just sort of doing this to click one enemy, and he really cannot do it. He really can't get it. Here's what I would do. What I would do is in certain areas, I would make the highlight around the enemy a different color. So like in this area, make it blue or red, so it really stands out against the yellow, because the problem is it's orange, and I can't actually like see very accurately when I'm hovering over the unit because it's orange. It's blending in with the background, and I'm like, where is the, am I targeting it yet? So like, I think that might be a small fix that wouldn't cause you to have to like adjust the game like and actually change really much about it. But it would fix that for the people that also experience that really quickly, where you're just changing a color of the outline, you know. I think that would be a fair assessment of how to like just quickly adjust that. Yeah, I like that one. I streamed that for a little bit. I streamed the campaign. I love the campaign for that one. I freaking love I love the campaign for that one. I like that and 3. But Modern Warfare 2 was my favorite. Do not to leave the spaceship. Who wrote this? Do not to leave the spaceship on your own during a stop in unexplored games. There should be no to there. Like, I don't know who wrote this. Do not leave the spaceship on your own during a stop in unexplored caves. That's not... I'm starting to see a little bit of this now. You know, where there's just, like, things they could have touched up. Do not explore the caves before... Yeah, see, they have it correct there. Do not to leave. Like, there was something weird earlier, too. Worded weird earlier, too, that I was like, what, is that really worded like that? Do not explore the caves before basic safety tests are conducted there. Yeah, like, obviously, like, they clearly know not to have the to. Like, it's just a typo, you know? Like, they probably just, like, didn't proofread enough or something. Breaking the safety rules can lead to death, landslides, flooding, deadly gases, and wild fauna. The Star Hunter Code. That's pretty interesting. This is, I'll admit, this is really cool. Like, I'm not dissing the game. I'm just saying, like, there's some pretty glaring things that they didn't polish. So almost anybody that's an experienced gamer that plays this is going to stop playing it in the first 20 minutes. I'm just letting you know. There is so many other games out there. Almost any experienced gamer is going to stop playing this in 20 minutes and be like, and there's too many weird things that take me out of the element, like do not to leave and you know, not, like, just not, simply dying too much just because I don't know if I'm targeting the enemy, and I am, clearly am, my mouse is hovered over the enemy, yet it has to be, like, over, like, a little, you know, it's a hitbox, obviously, like, you know, so...
I see the wreckage of our ship. There may be some important parts I could use.
Now, one thing...
We need to take a close look. There also may be some resources among the wreckage.
I do like these voices, and I do actually like the story so far. It's not bad.
Okay. I'll be watchful.
And I really like this, like, the look of the game is great. Now see how you can see that now? It is so easy to see now. I think you kind of get what I'm talking about. It is so easy to see. See the highlight now, the outline? It's because of that area. It's totally fine now. Yeah, now I know exactly who to attack. Yeah, like I can actually see it now. Yeah, it's gonna be way easier. What the fuck? What did I just do? I literally couldn't walk, and I don't know why. I apparently clicked some button that disabled my ability to do anything. This is, you gotta fix some of this stuff. Like, if I have an ability, alright, so it was this control ability, and I don't appear to know what it does, it should bring up a big thing on the screen that says, you're in control mode now. Click a target, you know, or something like that. Like, it's unfinished. I'm not trying to be, like, rude or anything, like, it's unfinished. However, you have a really nice little game here, you really do. It's just, there's a lot of little polishing things that you could have done to show this game some love, and it wasn't done. Like, why am I now there for like a fourth time and I don't have that you know, thing to be able to buy the abilities to be able to use? That doesn't seem right. Or is it? You know, I don't even know. And what the fuck is this? Okay. Making sure we're not causing problems on purpose here, as we normally are. Alright, let's see. Let's go up here. Now, I'm not dissing this though, because I still think it's really cool. I just... You know, I'm pretty steadfast with what I'm saying about stuff. You know, a lot of times I typically don't say it unless I really believe, or you know, and I'll take it back if I'm wrong. I've done that. You know, like if I find out that I'm wrong or something, I take it back. I don't sit here and try to the abilities are a little goofy for this guy. Seem to function properly. Or do they? You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like just a lot of unknowns. It's cool though. Like I said, the areas are cool. Oh wait, I have to explore. Is that here or is it? I think I'm okay now, right? Yeah. Nice. I'll think that was pretty funny. That was pretty good. It's a good idea to step on a sand hunter. It's okay. Okay, this is cool. Well, this I didn't see at first. And you can come in here and look at this. Okay. Alright, so at least there's this. And again, I really don't know why I haven't gotten any of this yet. But yeah, like this is cool. I'm actually really glad to see that this stuff's in here. This actually does help quite a bit. Oh wow, yeah, they have all. This is nice. Okay, that's cool. So I will say that helps the game quite a bit there too. And I, like I said, I am pretty happy with how it looks overall. I think the environment, they spent some time on the environment, and the environments are really nice.
It's too deep there.
on that. Okay. Alright, so I guess I just go back up here then. Through here. Yeah.
I can't use this ability in Swamp.
What ability? I was trying to use an ability.
I can sneak through these cocoons.
Look at this, that's cool. Oh, is that an enemy? Wait, what? Or is that... What the heck? What does that do? Cool. Oh, an acid worm. That's cool. Oh, okay, so it's toxic. Okay, so it is acid. Okay. Cool. Good to know. Yeah, see, that's useful, man. I'm gonna use that. Yeah, actually, I like that a lot. Okay, that one's useful. I like that. I didn't know I had that. See, I'm getting a little bit better at this. You just have to play it. Okay. Huh. Cool. Get over here. Get over here. We're going over here. No! Sheet.
I can sneak through these cocoons. I can't use this ability in Swamp.
He's not attacking him. He's just walking. And at that time I was selecting him. That's a legit problem. You know what else I like that has dwarves? Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. That's a good one. I mean, so is Deep Rock Galactic, but the roguelike game is good. Now, what the hell? He's literally, like, I attacked him several times and it didn't count. Yeah, so I think somebody's just interfering with the game at this point. Notice how there's no concurrence in the stream too. It's lingering at 0, 1 to 0 and stuff. That's when you know there's something funny going on. So I started complaining about the game. So usually when this stalker wants to cause a problem, they sit in here and wait till I start complaining about the game. And they'll start causing more problems for the game. So like right now, he's clearly causing problems for the mouse driver, so I can't click on things. And he's also sitting here and causing problems for the actual like systems of the game and stuff like that. Like I'll click and I'll see like a full delay in the movement, or there's just like he's not moving at all, even though I clearly clicked. So like that's him canceling out mouse clicks and stuff like that to make the game seem less responsive. And then if you notice, we're detrending too, where there's no concurrence in here. It's just sitting. That's YouTube censoring. YouTube is facilitating the scammer, and that's when you know they're censoring, because we're in a swipe feed here. There'd be like people constantly coming in and out. So that's when you know, they're up to no good too. They're actually like facilitating this. See how I easily did that time? Yeah. And remember, it does typically, like, they do typically try to make this happen with the new games. Because they know that, there's going to be that audience coming in for it. And, anything that I would be trying that I haven't played or something that, we know that. So yeah, he's just constantly making that happen, the delay and stuff like that. I mean, I can see it. I'm sure you guys can see it. Did you just see how I randomly walked the other direction just now? Even though I was clicking up here? Did you see that? So like, that's the kind of shit that we're talking about, where... yeah, like, stuff just not making any sense. Yeah, basically, I completely froze there, even though I didn't, even though I had clicked. My character completely froze there. So, like, this is what I'm talking about, where, like, it's just constant interference. So that's a pen tester doing that. Yeah, they've been doing it for a while. They screw around with your lights, they screw around with your games. I saw a pen tester literally on stream bragging about how he does that to people. Yeah. I saw a pen tester on stream bragging about how he does that to people. And he's such an egotistical... like, that's the point. Like, it's terrible. They're actually, like, not doing things that they should be doing anymore. Like, some of them, anyway.
This ability is not effective in Swarm.
And that's what I'm talking about, is, like, that's what I see, is, like, them admitting that they do these things, and then anybody actually acting surprised when they see this stuff. Like, oh, that's surprising. Why was that? You have them admitting, literally on stream, that they do these things to people. They screw around with their lights. They mess around with their games. They flat out make streams about it. Yeah, they're so cocky and arrogant, they make streams about it. And these are the people that you're funding on YouTube. These are the rich people on YouTube. And then they hide behind some sort of like religious thing. Usually. Claiming they're like saved or something ridiculous like that. Like they just used that. It's pretty bad. Like that's kind of funny. Like I saw no evidence of you actually being that way. I see you being a arrogant prick towards people, but there's something over there. Okay, I'm gonna go over there. Why is the one person coming back into the stream? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why is it one? Why is it just like one? Why isn't it any other number? Well, because they're sitting here coming in the stream, tricking the system. That's what that person does. They come in with like an alt several times or something like that. And, you know, like just trick the system to detrend it. They flag the stream, they record it for nothing. Things like that.
This ability is not effective in Swarm.
It'd be really great if he would actually attack when he's supposed to. Yeah, that's a problem. It's just a problem. And again, I think that the person that screws around with my channel is making the problem worse because I called it out. So now they know it's a problem, so now they're just screwing around with it, making it worse. Like, you see what I mean? Like, he doesn't attack half the time. Like, I'm literally clicking them, they are selected, and he's just standing there. So half my attacks aren't counting. So, like, if you sit here and you try to stream this, that person screws around with people, as they admit that they do on streams on YouTube. They screw around with other streamers all the time. You know, and dox people and harass people all over YouTube all the time, which is illegal, and they do it. Yeah. I mean, you know, you see it. You see what's happening. Where, you know, I can't even, like, start a new game and play a new game without, you know, some type of, like, massive interference with that game. This has been a countless reoccurring pattern. This happened with Starfield. This happened with, Hogwarts Legacy. They were messing around with Hogwarts Legacy. They were messing around with, Hitman 3. When Freelancer came out, they ruined my launch for Freelancer, and I had thousands of people. I was part of the closed test, and I had thousands of people watching. They ruined my release. They broke that game for a period of time. They destroyed the game intentionally for a period of time, and couldn't even launch the game. Just like with Elden Ring on Xbox Series X. Yep. And again, I can fix that glitch, yet it's a glitch that tricks you into thinking that the disk drive is broken, even though the disk drive is fine. It corrupts the driver for the disk drive. And then you try to reinstall it, and it doesn't matter. Like, that's the point. Like, the fact that Microsoft is so stupid and can't actually fix that tells me that it's them doing it. It tells me that this is that agenda where Trump is attacking people. We all know how anti-Trump I am. We all know how I've been attacked. We all know I've been threatened. We all know as I speak about politics, people come in my chat threatening me, harassing me. We all know my entire family's been stalked. We all know my mom's car was blown up in a Walmart parking lot. We all know that local police are terrorists that harass people. We all know that when I'm driving down the street, I get tailgated, people swerve around behind me and try to pressure me to drive faster, even though I've proven that I'm going the speed limit, sometimes going even 2 to 3 over the speed limit. And again, they're just flying up the road in their big-ass fucking trucks, illegally passing 2 cars at once, then passing me. And meanwhile, they're just doing this on the same stretch of roads I've been pointing out all the times I've been doing this, and nobody does anything. Because again, it's the mentality that they don't care. They just don't care. They don't care that... Yeah, meanwhile, they're gonna mask some sort of law, hands-free law, to pretend like they care, you know, and name it after somebody that died in an accident. All while really just trying to control what people do and pull over, they're just trying to pull over drug dealers is all. They're trying to pull over people that have, like, coke in their purse and stuff like that. Just because, you know, they were on the road and they were looking at a GPS for 5 seconds while sitting at a traffic light. That will literally get you a fine in Pennsylvania if you're sitting at a traffic light and you pull up a GPS on your phone for a second to turn on the volume, adjust it, or whatever. It'll get you pulled over because again, the police in this state just want to control everybody. They want to spy on you. They are. And Donald Trump wants to allow them to continue doing it and to give them AI technology to do it so that way he can continue rigging the elections because Pennsylvania is the swing state that is winning the election for him. And he knows how stupid the people in the state are. People in the state are just fucking stupid. Yeah, you had the lady outside the rally that was like bitching about, she actually was trying to say that like, outside, this is a rally for Donald Trump in Reading, Pennsylvania. That's a whole 40 minutes away, not even. Not even. I've been in Reading on stream before. And this lady's outside Reading, PA, outside a rally for Trump, saying that, oh, you know, you gotta elect Trump, you know, because the Democrats are causing too many hurricanes and stuff. Yeah, the Democrats are controlling the hurricanes. So that's why. That's how fucking stupid people are in Pennsylvania. And you guys didn't take it seriously that I think we need a test to whether or not people have proper reading comprehension before whether they're allowed to vote. Because if somebody doesn't have proper reading comprehension, they don't understand politics. They never will. These are all the people that don't understand politics. And I can prove that, actually. I know somebody that had shit reading comprehension. He's smart with plenty of other things. He literally cannot comprehend things he reads. And will forever suck at research. He just sucks at it. He cannot learn something on his own. He has to be taught it. And so, like, there's just a lot of people like this. Trump uses these people. He brainwashes them because they're stupid. And it's not a mean thing to say. It's you need to accept the fact you are stupid. You are one of those people where you cannot learn something on your own. That's refusal of the information. Even when you're taught it, you refuse it sometimes. So you argue it, you know, and stuff like that. So, like, that's the point. Like, they won't accept that. They won't get better with it. And again, they're not stupid in general. They're not stupid with this or that. Probably great in something they learned in a trade, learned hands-on and stuff like that. They're probably great with that stuff. But again, they're stupid with politics. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. And they just think they do. And, you know, they're damaging things. and being brainwashed. So that's the guy that not even like a week ago, not even a couple days ago when I was driving, it's the same situation. It's exactly what happened. Guy in a big fucking giant white Chevy truck just illegally passes two people that he was so mad they were driving 35 through town, so he's tailgating them, waiting for them to go faster, waiting for the passing zone. So then he finally gets the passing zone and he just floors it and passes two cars and gets behind me, and then there's traffic and it's not a passing zone, so he can't do that. So he just tailgates me the whole time, swerving back and forth, trying to pressure me to drive faster. Meanwhile, if I had to stop short for something, he would have slammed into my vehicle if I had to stop for something. And if it was a pedestrian, he would have slammed into me, and my car would have hit that pedestrian. It would have been his fault, because he would have caused a chain reaction. And again, people are stupid. What if you're passing somebody like that, you're acting like a
There is some
douchebag?
giant rootage ahead.
Meanwhile,
I'll try to climb it and get out of it.
Meanwhile, he did that in a school zone. That was a school. What if there's a kid crossing the street because he, like, right when he did that, and they saw me, but they didn't expect some raging lunatic to be passing me going way too fast all of a sudden as they're crossing the road? Because I seemed like I was going a reasonable speed, might even slow down if I see a pedestrian. Meanwhile, some raging fucking lunatic passing me in a white giant fucking Chevy truck can't even be bothered to wait, you know, a few more seconds to get down the road. And which, by the way, I want to remind you that after he did this, we caught up to him pretty quickly. Like, it was very obvious, again, as I've always said, stupid people cannot understand or rationalize. You do not get to your destination any faster. There is always a traffic light, there is always another car, there is always a stop sign, there is always traffic. You will not get to your, and the reason they're doing it is because there's so many back roads around here where these fucking assholes drive as fast as they want, or they get on the highway and they drive as fast as they want, and the cops aren't on the highway. They're just not. They're just not. I see them on one highway. The cops are on the highways that are convenient for them. That's what I see them on. Yeah, he's not attacking. Look, I attacked that creature 3 times and it didn't work. Yeah, there's massive interference with this. And not only that, but they're just exposing a very real problem with the game. So, yeah, like, you can't, again, if I'm sitting there clicking multiple times and my guy's just standing there running in place, that's a problem. And not only that, but, like, they're on top of me. He should just be attacking endlessly. I'm using abilities, the abilities aren't working. I was pushing those buttons, it didn't seem to be doing anything. So, like, we just have massive interference where, like, somebody's just sitting here interfering with the game. Like I said, where it's like mouse clicks, where they have a clone device and they're clicking right as I click. So this is the point. If you're one of these streamers or something like that, where they can hear your mouse clicks and stuff like that, that's what they're doing. They're doing it on purpose. I don't know how you didn't realize that by now. But anyway, also, recognize, like, little nuances and stuff. Like, it's just going to make you dismiss the game, hate the game, not come to it, not have other people play it. And this is what this is weaponized to do. This is like, this person's doing this with many other games. Not Jedi Survivor, that thing was a pile of shit. Story great, game executed poorly, and trust me, I played it on Xbox Series X and it looked the same way. It looked like fucking shit. Same water puddles that wouldn't load, same fucking low FPS on the hollow map. They just didn't make the game properly, they didn't fix it properly, they didn't do anything. So, there are games that are absolute garbage, that people don't fix, that people don't do anything about, because, again, they know everything. But there are also developers that will take your criticism and actually implement it in the game, and then realize that the game can get better. And there's plenty of games that have done this over the years. Plenty of games that started out small and ramped up and people loved because of them listening to what they were doing. There's plenty of examples of this. And what they're doing, what this cancel culture is it's not really so much people, it's just them manipulating people to think that something's bad with something they can exacerbate that already exists. So just like if they know there's a recall in a car and they have the tools to be able to exacerbate that issue and make something draw too much power, suddenly that recall starts to actually fucking happen. Instead of it just being a one-off thing here and there that happens here and there, it's not really like a recall. The whole point is that's supposed to happen to everybody that has that vehicle. It's just sporadic because of something that did that. And so that's what they're doing. And just like with all these other things that they're doing, where you see like a problem in a game, a very basic problem like that, like selecting a target or an enemy where I can click on it. That's where the AI adjusts. They're using that, and literally it's just an adjusting thing where as soon as I click on it, it registers to not click. So with code, that's very easy. It's just a zero replacing a one. But with other stuff, with cell phones and stuff like that, it's a little bit different. And so like that's why there's constant connections. That's why they're forcing constant connections. That's why all right. So for example, when you turn your phone on and you don't have your location service on, your phone should not ping your location and should not send that to anybody, and it should not be sending that to the mobile network either. Yet, every single time I've turned my phone on with all of this going on, it is very clear that the police are doing things they shouldn't be doing. And they're using tools, AI tools, and testing it out on people unconstitutionally. So, every time I turn my phone on, because again, the mobile data is always on even though I've turned it off, and my Wi-Fi connection remains solid even in a Faraday bag, which means again they're piggybacking off the Wi-Fi connection too. So again, what they're doing is the moment I turn on my phone, they're pinging my location so that way the data runs enough to send that. So all my text messages load, all my emails, like I'll get a text message even though my mobile data is not turned on. I will get every single text message the second my phone turns on, even though my mobile data is turned off. That is a hack. That is an absolute breach of security, and it is an absolute breach of your rights as a United States citizen to not have anybody just know your location or know your text at any given time. So again, if Donald Trump turned on his phone and wanted to have his mobile data turned off, and it turned on his phone and it pinged his location and it loaded all of his text instantly, Donald Trump's national security, like essentially Donald Trump is at risk. The president of the United States is at risk. If you look at that and you say, oh wow, I can do that, anybody can use that, and nobody is safe in this country. Essentially, what we have is we have people attacking us from within this country working for the Trump administration, and they are Russians, just like his wife is. They work for the KGB. They have been here for a long time. Donald Trump initiated something where you would deport anybody that is like that, yet his own wife meets the qualification. His own wife meets the qualification and he doesn't deport her. Gee, I wonder why. Donald Trump is literally a terrorist that is trying to undo democracy, and he wants to be the center of it when he does. He wants to be the king, he wants to be the dictator, and he wants to confuse you, and he wants to control you, and he wants to know every single thing that you're saying in your house when you're by yourself, in your car when you're by yourself. He is listening to this. He has people working for him that are just spying on you and creating an entire network, like in the end of the Dark Knight Rises, when they said this is too much power, and he blew it up, and he literally made him happy by blowing it up in the end, because the whole point was to do one thing with it, to find one person, and that was the only purpose, and Batman was the only one, Lucius was the only one trusted with that. That's it. That, and even in those contexts, the point is you don't do that. Yet Donald Trump is doing this. Donald Trump has a network and is lying to all of you and is hiring people and positioning them all around this country. What the fuck do you think the drones were for? They're literally just spying on people. They're emitting signals. There's drones flying up over here all the time, and they're bouncing wireless signals off those so that they can pinpoint your location. So you think that they can't sit here and send a signal through the fucking air when you're having problems with these things, something blows up or something like that? Think again. They can use drones. And you never know. That drone just flies out of there. Oh, and then suddenly there's 10 seconds of security footage missing, yet you don't know why, and you're too stupid to figure it out, so you cover it up and you say, oh, well, nobody's gonna see this. Yeah, because they hacked the security footage and you're too stupid to know how they did it. Donald Trump killed Jeffrey Epstein. Period. End of discussion. I gotta, you know, this is, I have to report a couple of these things because it's very clear it wasn't just the game. So I have to tell somebody about what happened here today, and then, yeah, I didn't really want to get into any of this, but I have to continue forward with some of this. Like I said, this is supposed to be a relaxing game, but again, we have further interference regardless of whether I want to play a game or not. There's just going to be constant interference with things, and you know, essentially not allowed to you know, have any type of normalcy whatsoever. That's called harassment. That is regular, absolute stalking and harassment, and it's unconstitutional, and it's been going on for literally years on YouTube. This platform is absolutely liable. And not only that, you see the evidence of it in these concurrents. You see how they sit here and they censor the stream. They don't trend it at all. You know, like, essentially we see an influx of people in the stream initially. We saw 8 people. We saw all these people initially all at one time. And then as soon as I start saying anything about the game, then bam, down to 0, and there's a scam. Well, that's YouTube helping the cancel culture, trying to cancel people that agree with a democratic agenda, and instead of literally just allowing them to exist too. They literally treat you like that. And they are trying to, they're spying on you. They are literally just listening to you. And YouTube is helping them do this. They are using YouTube to do it. Because YouTube has all those permissions. Everybody has YouTube on their phone. They're using the YouTube app to do it. They can listen through your microphone. They can, because, you know, how many senators now have like a YouTube channel or something like that? Exactly. And meanwhile, they keep you happy. They throw you views. These senators and stuff, they're giving views. But you see some of them are getting censored too. Oh, I see it. Go look up Adam Schiff's channel. Listen to what he's been telling you. Donald Trump is literally attacking Americans, and he's coming for all of you. You know, the whole point is the Congress gave up their power to him. Now we're going to be Russia soon. It's not what you want. You want free thinking. You don't want Biden or somebody like that to be assassinated just because somebody disagrees with them. That's disgusting. And Trump claims to feel the same way, except Trump's selfish, where he wants everything. He thinks he deserves it. Yet he's on that list, yet he killed the guy. We all know it. And YouTube's sitting here censoring my stream for talking about it. Meanwhile, all these other people talk about it, and they promote him. So yeah, YouTube is going to massively have to answer for all of this. Where it's very clear that somebody's sitting here censoring my stream over and over and over as I talk about this, yet all these other people live stream and talk about this, and they don't get censored. You're live streaming full episodes of shows and stuff. You're sitting here trying to claim it has anything to do with swearing while sitting here airing entire full episodes of things with swearing in it. You have entire movies on here with swearing in it. And then you throw ads all over that shit to make money. Oh, and meanwhile, just so that you know, YouTube is tricking all of the music artists too. They should have been putting ads over every single stream that I did where I sat there and I played a song before the stream. That was the whole point, was to give you the monetization for everything that happened in that stream. So that's why I'd play that song. Yet they're just putting a copyright on it and then not putting ads there. They're putting ads on my other streams, my gaming streams. And they haven't paid me a fucking dime. Yeah, I have all these like ads and stuff that were showing up on my gaming streams and shit like that. For some of my guides and stuff like that too, my cooking stuff. Yeah, and then they halt the views. Yeah, the views are halted. All the views that initially happen in the first day, and then they halt the views while putting ads on it. So that way, the person putting the ads, the broker putting the ads, thinks that you're an investment that they shouldn't put ads on. And so that's what I was showing you, is essentially they weren't putting the ads on the things they were supposed to. They were breaking the things that essentially it didn't matter what they were going to put ads on. They would just break it. All of those views that happened for those streams, those cooking things that I uploaded, all those views happened in the first, like, literally day. Cookie Dough Plays sat on here and got all these fucking views for things, and then started going around being super jealous of the fucking views I was getting, being public about that, talking how publicly jealous he was about how many views I'm getting and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden I started to see a halt in my fucking shorts, where because another streamer is talking about the way he feels about this, YouTube is actually sitting here and taking action against somebody to censor them just because this other faggot on YouTube wants to sit here and have a problem with how successful other people are becoming. So it starts halting things just because that faggot went on his channel and started talking about all this stuff. So again, YouTube just started censoring it. It wasn't me, it was that guy, and they used that guy. That guy got hacked, they used all his shit. That stupid motherfucker sat here and posted too many fucking things, leaked so much shit. And meanwhile, he's still watching. He sits here and he watches because he's dumb. He doesn't understand that this is how they're doing it. He still watches the stream. He just can't help it. He's probably that one concurrent in here right now. because he can't not fucking watch the stream, and they're using his fucking data. So I don't have any. This is why it becomes an issue where YouTube, I feel harassed by YouTube themselves, and I will be filing a massive harassment lawsuit against YouTube. Absolutely. Because they don't pay me anything, and I sit on here and I get harassed on this platform. And I genuinely feel harassed on this platform when I fucking use it. What a disgusting fucking company this is. Constant interference, constant incorrect views. I have to refresh the view counter for you to see the proper amount of views. There's been 5 people in here, there's been 6, there's been 7, there's been 3, there's been 8. Meanwhile, they're sitting here lying about that, trying to break this. Let me remind you, between that last stream and this one, they broke that view counter. Yep, they're so upset, they're pissed because they broke that and it wasn't it was literally just gone. Yep, they broke it, just like they broke all the other things. It was just gone. Yep, completely invisible. Yep, they just made it invisible. Yep, they completely broke it. And I got news for you. Yeah, this is literally something that you can use. Yep, other people use it all the fucking time, all over YouTube. You can totally use it. It's allowed to be used, and they just sit here and they break it because they're stupid. So again, constantly breaking this. It broke between the last stream and this one. They are just constantly breaking my games. They break my hardware. I have proof that my phone, my devices break after streaming to YouTube. YouTube is an unsafe platform, unsafe practices, unsafe procedures, and I will be filing a massive, massive harassment lawsuit against YouTube, and it will probably be class action because we have a lot of people we've been talking to that absolutely agree that the same fucking things have been happening to them. Absolutely.